We shared this remarkable journey with 25 African American leaders from the South. This journey, however, didn't end in the Holy Land. It's only now just beginning, and we want to invite you to join us on this journey. We want to invite you to share these stories. Stories that show the humanity and the dignity of all peoples of the Holy Land. We get to watch some of these incredible leaders literally walk the footsteps of Jesus, but not do it in this contrived fashion. Rather, they do it through the hearts and minds of Israelis and Palestinians, Jews, Christians, and Muslims on the ground. And they connect with nonviolent leaders, both Israeli and Palestinian, in their respective communities. When the pilgrims saw the levels of injustice that some Israelis and some Palestinians are experiencing, when they saw the level of fear that was gripping both societies, and that fear was based in legitimate realities and history for both Israelis and Palestinians, they saw very much their own experiences.
The seriousness of the trip and that of what we're really here for, to seek reconciliation between the Israelis and the Palestinians, has caused me to be more excited about being here.
I'm hoping that we can give some insight on our struggles as a people of color, and maybe hopefully they can gain from us and we can gain from them.
To see and to hear how the people live here is such an exciting thing. It truly brings about the idea that God is alive. And this place, Israel, is not just a spoken place in the Bible, written about, but it's a spoken place that you can live and walk in and walk on.
I have a deeper conviction that God has called us to social justice as well as spiritual enlightenment. The situation that they're going through, it really touched my heart. And my prayer will be even more so for the Middle East than ever before.
We heard so much, we saw so much, and everything that we saw and heard was so compelling. There was nothing that you could just walk away and say, so what?
Every human being, whether Israeli or Palestinian, has the right to live, prosper, and proclaim as God has given them. And as I consider that as a priority, particularly from a Christian perspective, it really helps me to fight through the complexity of this current issue.
Just being in the Holy Land and experiencing firsthand, seeing places that you only read about, and being able to walk where Jesus walked and speak where he spoke, and just to be in this place is a blessing in itself.
All the way from the Galilee down to Tel Aviv, we've been to Nazareth, and all over this country we've had the opportunity to share with people and their struggles and their hopes and their disappointments and their joys and their letdowns, and I find that they are no different than the rest of the world.
To be here on the ground, to see the circumstances that are happening for ourselves has been one that has been quite revelatory, I think, for everybody involved, and has given us a better perspective on what is occurring here and how we can go back and inform our own people and be better agents of change in the world. And to quote one of the brothers here, I will never be the same. I just never thought first that I would be here, and I never thought these kind of things are happening in the Holy Land that aren't so holy.
What really moved me was how they saw their own experience in this place. How there was this language of oppression that had gripped oppressor and oppressed alike, creating a very difficult dynamic for both Israelis and Palestinians. And how the pilgrims intuitively understood that the only way forward out of this mess was to model a different way of being, a hopeful way of being that could transcend injustice. Help us share these stories. Let's get them out together. America needs to engage this part of the world differently, and look, we're not going to do that unless all people's stories can finally be heard. Let's create a platform together. Let's change the world by modeling a different conversation, both on the ground in the Holy Land and back here at home.